My name is Susan Driggers, and I currently teach ninth grade algebra and geometry. I have taught school for 33 years, and all 33 years have been at Lake Hamilton. I have many years ago taught 7th and 8th grade science, as well as 7th grade and 8th grade math. I love working at Lake Hamilton because, first of all, it's in my blood. My grandfather was on the first school board of Lake Hamilton, and my mother graduated from Lake Hamilton, as well as my husband and my children and me, and I graduated in 1981, so it's just been a part of my life for so long. Also, I love Lake Hamilton because of my great co-workers, and I can't emphasize the word great enough because they have always supported me in my role as teacher and as a friend, and those friendships are treasured by me. One of the best parts of my job is watching my students grow in their ability to think and reason mathematically. I think over the years I have finally learned that letting my students fail and make mistakes is probably the best thing I can do for them, because they can take those mistakes and analyze them and learn what they did wrong. Hearing them say, "Oh, I see," or "Oh, I get it," that is music to my ears. My most memorable moment, or maybe not my most, but a very special moment to me was 9/11. That was a time that I remember my kids reacting and me reacting and not understanding what was really going on that day. Probably not on the same kind of scale, but another moment was one day we were in an assembly and Greg Reed was our technology person. I believe we just had one person in the district that year, and this was back in the 90s. And his presentation to us was about something he called the internet. And we really didn't know what that was, and it was very awesome to hear about it, but I did not realize the scope that the internet would have on our lives, and as an educator, what that would do to teaching. I've been a part of the Lake Hamilton School District for such a long time, and I've seen it grow and change over 33 years. And during that time, I've had to grow and change too, and I think that's had a big impact on my life. And my hope is that I have influenced and maybe continue to influence kids in a positive way so that they can become happy and successful adults.